Next at 6, a 39-day strike coming to an end. JTRAN workers have ratified a contract with MB Transportation, both sides agreeing to better working conditions and higher wages. Tonight, we hear more details regarding the new agreement. And Carly Gregg's life sentence has been upheld by the Mississippi Supreme Court. The 16-year-old was charged with fatally shooting her mother 2 years ago at their Rankin County home. Hear why the court rejected her insanity defense. Plus, battling fires in the heat. 2 firefighters recovering after being injured in a massive fire. Hear what it all takes to not only fight flames, but also those high temperatures. It all starts now on the Metro's most watched evening newscast. Jackson, 16 WAPT News.
Jackson's breaking news leader. 16 WAPT begins with breaking news.
We do start with breaking news tonight. A Jackson police dispatcher is accused of taking actions that put your safety on the line. Just under an hour ago, Police Chief Rochelle Brackney announced the arrest, and a JPD detective is also under investigation for possibly being compromised. 16 WAPT's Ross Adams is live outside Jackson Police Headquarters tonight, where this information was just announced. And Ross, this is a bombshell.
Absolutely, potentially criminal allegations against that that dispatcher, as well as a JPD detective who's now on unpaid leave. The police chief, Rochelle Brackney, says this all started just days ago over the weekend while police were investigating a series of shootings off Clinton Boulevard in West Jackson. That dispatcher has been charged with 1 count of accessory after the fact and another count of hindering prosecution. The dispatcher allegedly improperly accessed NCIC. That's the national database that determines whether firearms have been stolen. The dispatcher allegedly provided information to individuals involved in criminal activity who are currently under investigation by JPD. That dispatcher may have also diverted police officers away from calls that further criminal activity involving the dispatcher's known associates. The identities of undercover officers and investigators may have been improperly disclosed, according to the chief. That potentially compromises active investigations and places law enforcement officers at risk. But the chief says the investigation didn't stop there. They've also determined that a JPD detective may have been compromised as part of the investigation. That detective has been placed on unpaid administrative leave and stripped of all police powers pending the outcome of the investigation. Here's more about what the police chief had to say just a short time ago.
Any conduct that compromises an investigation, interferes with any administrative of justice, places our officers or members of the public at risk, or undermines the integrity of the Jackson Police Department will not be tolerated. We will not look the other way. We will not protect anyone because they wear this uniform. We will not allow the actions of an individual to undermine the trust of the women and the men who go out there every day and serve this department and this community.
And the chief says that detective is given that now former dispatcher has been given a bond of $100,000. The chief has also reached out to the Hinds County District Attorney Brad McCullough to let him know about what's happening, as well as Public Safety Commissioner Sean Tyndall. She wants the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation to conduct an independent probe of these very serious allegations against that detective and now that dispatcher who've now been charged. For now, we're live at JPD headquarters. Ross Adams, 16 WAPT News.
All right, Ross, thanks. Well, Ross and our Nicholas Brooks are both working this story right now. We're going to post any new information on WAPT.com and the 16 WAPT mobile app. Make sure that your notifications are on so you get updates as soon as they come in. Another day of significant heat across central Mississippi. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Troy Johnson. Megan West has the evening off. This is a live look over the reservoir sky cam. Meteorologist Brendan Weathers is tracking what we can expect through the rest of the evening with Jackson's certified most accurate forecast.
Yep, you've probably seen the alerts on your phone. Severe thunderstorm watches up across much of the metro and areas towards the north this evening. The key here with the severe potential is that it will be very scattered and very much localized in spots. Right now, 2 clusters that we've been watching move through parts of northern Mississippi. You can see here some severe thunderstorm warnings just clipping the edge of our viewing area here. Parts of Atala County in on that, and another cluster cluster which has stayed west of the Mississippi River thus far. We could see some additional development in this area between the two clusters. That is what that watch is for. But for now, we're not really seeing a whole lot of development there. A few little pop-ups could be possible through the rest of the evening with some localized gusty winds. But for the most part, that threat will remain pretty low. We'll continue to bring updates, though, as we get through the rest of the evening.
All right, Brendan, thanks. Well, Rankin County is now on the growing list of counties under a burn ban. The Board of Supervisors says it will stay in place for at least 30 days. Rankin joins Copiah, Franklin, Jefferson Davis, Lawrence, Pike, and Walthall, all currently under burn bans. The restriction bans all outdoor burning during drought or wildfire conditions, including campfires, bonfires, fire pits, and debris burning. You can still use propane and gas grills, as well as heaters and charcoal grills. After more than a month, the J-Trans strike is finally over. The union and MV Transportation have reached a deal. 16 WAPT's Kamari Hamer was inside today's meeting when that agreement came together.
1208. ATU. ATU. 1208.
As they chant and cheer, J-Tran workers are celebrating the deal made with MV Transportation. After almost 40 days of striking due to non-competitive wages and unfair labor practices, MV Transportation and union workers came to an agreement after a 2.5-hour-long meeting. ATU President Charles Torrance tells WAPT the agreement includes a 5% pay increase for this year, a 3% increase in 2027, and another 3% increase in 2028 for all workers. 29 union workers voted in favor of the agreement, and 9 members voted against it.
It's been a long time coming. The members have fought a hard, good fight. It was a difficult decision. A lot went in this process over the time we've been out.
Despite the frustration of not having a contract this year and having to go on strike, Torrance says the union is very excited about serving the public once again.
We got majority of the things that we wanted, and the protections are there in the CBA, which we have in language now, so we can be able to breathe a little easier moving forward. So, like I said, it's a win-win situation for both sides, and we're just going to move forward, and we're eager to get back to work.
That was 16 WAPT's Kamari Hamer reporting. At this time, no date has been set on when that union will return to work. Mayor John Horn also reacted to the agreement, saying in a statement today, quote, "The agreement moves us forward and allows us to focus on providing the dependable transit service our residents expect and deserve." Mississippi Supreme Court has upheld Carly Gregg's life sentence for killing her mother and shooting her stepfather. The justices rejected her insanity defense and ruled any trial errors did not change the outcome because of overwhelming evidence. Gregg was convicted in the March 2024 shooting of her mother, Ashley Smiley, inside their Rankin County home. She was just 14 years old at the time. During the trial, it was revealed that Smiley had discovered Gregg had been using marijuana and hiding a burner phone. Gregg also shot her stepfather, Heath Smiley, who survived. A Mississippi man has pleaded guilty to evading more than $2 million in federal income taxes. Prosecutors say that Eric Brian Rosenberg hid money through a check churning scheme, moving cash in and out of cashier's checks and a nominee company account while spending more than $1 million at casinos. Rosenberg faces up to 5 years in prison when he is sentenced on December 16th. This kind of weather makes it hard for people who have to work outside. 2 firefighters are recovering tonight after fighting a massive fire overnight. It happened while they were trying to contain the flames that were ripping through duplexes at Florence and Rosemont Avenues. One firefighter got burned. The other suffered dehydration. 16 WAPT's Brooklyn Joyner has more on how these first responders are not only fighting flames, but also dealing with the intense heat from the weather.
A massive fire sent 2 firefighters to the hospital Thursday morning, one suffering from serious burns to his leg and the other from dehydration.
50-foot flames, downdrafts pushing the flames back on us.
Jackson Fire Captain Chip Rochelle said it took them 4 hours to put out flames that burned down multiple vacant homes on Florence and Rosemont Avenues. But the fire was not the only battle. It was also the 3-digit temperatures coming from this recent heat wave.
It's difficult to go out there and spend 4 hours trying to move hose around out there in the elements. It's already hot. you've got 4 houses that are now on the ground, embers all over the place. It's extremely hot.
For most of us, it's okay to wear thin clothing if you want to stay cool, but these first responders can't, stacking layer after layer to protect their bodies from the heat. They start with a t-shirt and a pair of shorts, and then they put their turnout fire suits on top.
Summertime, you go in there and you're pouring sweat. Everything on you is going to be saturated.
They also have to take more breaks during this time of year.
Go fight fire for 30 minutes and then take a break and rehydrate, and that you have to, or you'll just pass out.
That's why Rochelle says they try to stay hydrated on a regular basis, drinking plenty of water and electrolytes, because if not, he won't be able to do what he loves, which is helping his community.
I felt like I was called to do it. I still love doing it. And we work with some of the most fearless guys in the state.
It was 16 WAPT's Brooklyn Joyner reporting. The 2 firefighters that were injured are expected to make a full recovery. Mississippi schools are trying a new tool to crack down on student vaping. The Mississippi Tobacco Free Coalition says some districts are looking at vape detectors, devices that can alert school leaders when vaping is detected in places like bathrooms. The group says that youth tobacco use has dropped, but vaping remains a problem. The coalition's next meeting is August 26th in Washington County. Today was the qualifying deadline for the 2026 election. It closed at 5 p.m. for county and county district special election seats. It was also the deadline for candidates for county school board, municipal separate school district trustee, special municipal separate school district trustee, and consolidated line school district trustee. All of these offices will appear on the November 3rd general election ballot. The Hinds County Election Commission has released its schedule for countywide poll manager training. Classes will be held at the commission office on Commerce Street every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from September 2nd through October 29th. The training times are 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. Saturday session set for September 12th and October 31st, both at 10 a.m. All poll workers must be registered voters in Hinds County. The Mississippi Agriculture and Livestock Theft Bureau has recovered a stolen farm truck. Authorities say the Mendenhall Police Department took the theft report August 16th. The Theft Bureau launched a grand larceny investigation after the farmer contacted them, and the truck was found in rural Simpson County that same day. This week, Mississippi agriculture, forestry, and seafood leaders were in Washington, D.C. Ag Commissioner Andy Gibson led a 21-person delegation to meet with high-level federal officials. Gibson says their discussions included curbing the dumping of foreign imported catfish, expanding the agricultural workforce, and pushing for more uniform disaster relief coordination.
All right, a quick look at radar across the metro area. Not a lot of activity. Few little pop-ups as we get through the evening. I'll track the theft with your full forecast coming up after the break.